Good evening, Gary. Firstly, congratulations. We're into the fourth round draw, which will be taking place on Monday, but I think the 2-1 scoreline, how did you feel that reflected the game?
Probably about the right score, I think. Maybe, we didn't really start the game that well, and we got a goal out of nothing really, a good goal, and then we got the second goal and you thought, right, come on, let's go and make it comfortable. Second half came, we huffed and puffed, a couple of chances, but then we gave away a goal with, I think, maybe 10 minutes to go. And obviously that then just gives Lothian Thistle a lifeline and a bit of boost and a bit of energy. And they had another couple of half chances after that, as we did. They'll maybe think that they should have maybe got a draw out of it. I'd have to watch the game back to actually tell you. But there wasn't much in the game, so I suppose that's the biggest amount of credit that I can actually give our opposition.
I think when the first whistle goes, I'm sure you've got to tell the guys, match the aggression, match the enthusiasm. It's a big game for them. It's a big game for Edinburgh City as well. So and Lothian Thistle did, they started off well.
Listen, I said this to the players. They've got nothing to lose. If you read the papers, I think one of their players had said that this game's been on their mind for weeks. It's their cup final. It's all that they could think of. So we knew how they were going to start the game. And as I say, we got through that initial little stage, and when we got the 2-0 up, I thought we would have went on and made it a little bit more comfortable for ourselves. But we never, and I think that's why they always say in football that 2-0 is a funny scoreline, because if the opposition get a goal at any stage, the game totally changes. That's what happened. So, listen, the Lothian Thistle deserve a lot of credit. They were spirited, they never gave up, they pushed us right to the end. But I've also got to give my players a bit of credit. We've had a really tough week away to Stirling Albion, away to Elgin. We got through in the cup today, and for the game against Albion Rovers, the players have responded with 3 wins and a draw. So I've got to give them credit as well. Yes, we can play better. Yes, we would have liked it to have been more comfortable. But we're in the next round of the cup. I've just heard a few of the scores so far, and there's been a few shocks.
Yeah.
We've avoided that, and at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You can say, oh, we're joking about all the cliches and that, but it is about trying to get into the next round of the cup, and we've done that. Yes, we could have done better. Yes, we could have played better. Yes, we could have managed the game better, but we're through. Mm-hmm. And as I say, it's been a tough week. Stirling Albion away, Elgin away, finishing off with a team whose cup final it was, and the players have came through undefeated, so they deserve some credit for us as well.
Was that potentially in the back of your mind, that long trip back from Elgin? I think it was maybe 3 o'clock in the morning by the time the players got back, and then we're having to get then physically ready, mentally ready for
and you hum and haw, should we change it, should we freshen it up, or should you go, the team hadn't been beaten 3 games, more or less the same starting team, same shape, do you keep the shape, do you change it, all of that goes through your mind. Obviously I'll go back and look at that again when I watch the game back. Maybe I should have played 1 or 2 fresh faces, because we just didn't have a normal energy really, I don't think, throughout the whole game. Even when we went 2-0 up, I expected us to go and step up the gears really, and we never. And but, I'm going to give the players the benefit of the doubt of that. As I said to you, the travelling, then as you say, they get back at half day on the Tuesday, travel up to Elgin, play the game, get back down 3 o'clock in the morning, they've got to go to their work on the Wednesday, they're basically missing a night's sleep. You know what I mean? There's not much we can do with them in the training on the Thursday, and then they come here today. So probably lots of factors why we didn't perform as well as we would have, but we done what we set out to do, and that was get in. And as you quite rightly say, everybody says it's a big game for Lothian Thistle. It's a big game for Edinburgh City. Mm-hmm. It's not that often that we've been into the round of the cup that we're going into now. You know what I mean? So we're trying to create a wee bit of history there. We're trying to get as far as we can in the cup. It'll be much money for the club, you know what I mean, for getting through a round, depending who we draw in the next round, more money coming in. So we knew it was a big game as well for us, and the players were aware of that. I'm not going to fault their effort or their determination or their attitude. We just looked as though the last week caught up with us a wee bit.
Yeah. And I think coming out at 2-0, I think you would have told the players, look, expect Lothian Thistle to change their shape. They will be maybe more aggressive in the forward areas.
Yeah, and we got through that sort of 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
And to concede a goal with maybe 10 minutes to go was disappointing, because they had sort of came at us and we had seen that, sort of weathered that storm. And I expected us to go on and maybe get the 3rd or a 4th goal. Whereas when they get the goal, 2-1, you get a little bit deeper, it becomes nervy, we have missed clearances. All that sort of stuff that happens in cup football when you lose a late goal. And listen, we got over the line. That's the biggest thing. We got over the line. I'm not going to try and fool anybody that wasn't at the game. We can definitely play a bit better than we played today. But as I keep saying, we go into the hat and we can all sit and watch it on Monday.
Plus points to Alan Smith coming back in and getting some minutes under his belt.
Yeah, it was a tough one, that, because I had to make 2 subs that I wasn't really planning to do. You know, I had to take Tappy off, he had a slight injury, and I had to take Johnny Jarn off because he was on a booking. I just didn't want to go down to 10 men. Yep. So that was 2, you know, ideally today was it in my mind at the start to probably bring on Lucas Berry and Chris Kane? No, it wasn't. I thought we'd maybe be able to get some minutes into Jinky, Ryan Shanley, Alan Smith. But you can only use 3 subs in the Scottish Cup. 2 were enforced on me. We only had 1 left, and I just thought, you know, we had set Alan a target to try and get back fit for this game, and I just thought it was only right that he's made such an effort to try and get back that we tried to get him onto the pitch. Yeah. He had a wee chance, you know, he'll be disappointed probably that he didn't score, and he's still a good bit to go, you know, in terms of getting his match fitness up. But that's him back with the group permanently now, and delighted for him, because as Edinburgh City fans will know, he's had a hard 21-22 months, so I'm delighted for him that he's got back onto the pitch today.
Okay, thanks very much for spending time with us, Gary.
Cheers.